Shalom, Havarim. So, my name is Candace Beavers, and for anyone who sees this video, which is the first video I have ever done on YouTube, so bear with me. Need to remember to focus over here at this instead of right here. Like Tiffany likes to say, this is the enemy. Not you guys, but this. So Abba has put on my heart for the past 7-8 months now to take his precious Otiot and draw pictures for each Otiot pictograph. And so I wanted to share with everyone what I've been doing, and I don't exactly know what the next step is. I'm just leaning on Abba to direct my path, like we all are, and the decisions we make day by day and week by week and month by month and year by year. But I wanted to share these drawings with you guys, and if Abba takes us in that direction, I'm hoping that these will become digital prints, and similar to what Alan done with his Zazzle shop. I don't know, how to do any of that kind of stuff, so this would definitely be by yhwh's hand if he wants us to go in this direction. So let me share the ones that I have done for everyone to see. All right, so this is my first one, Kuf. And everyone knows what Kuf means. Actually, here, sorry, I didn't get prepared. Well, do we ever really get prepared when we go live? Like Caregiver and Tiffany always say, Abba's directing this. I don't know nothing. Okay, so everybody recognizes these. I got those off of Alan's shop. And oh, before I get into that, for anyone who watches this and is like, what is she talking about? And what are these funny words that she's saying? Well, some people are going back to the roots, to the ancient language called the Otiot, which is what our present day Bibles were originally written in. And so let me get here to Kuf, if I can find it. All right, there it is. Okay, so everybody recognizes this. Here's Kuf, and Kuf has to do with, first it equals 100, and it has to do with the cycle, as in the moed or moedim, plural, for the feast days, and has to do with light growing and diminishing, and it has to do with time. So this was my drawing that I did of Kuf when I first started out. Okay, next we have Hey. I'm going to get the card out here. All right, where's it at? There we are. Okay, so everyone knows Hey, or if you don't know Hey, you know it. Hey, you know it now. Hey is the letter or the number 5, and this has to do with a man with raised arms. He is praising the Father. He is being in awe. Look, behold, has to do with a breath or a sigh. Has to do with melta or revelation, like when something gets brought to your attention, you're just like, mind-blowing. And then it also has to do with the fifth dimension of spirit, or ruach. The Father is ruach and seeks those who worship him in ruach. And so here is my drawing, or my, oops, upside down, there we go. And it is a man with raised arms, as I said. And let's go to the next one. All right. Zad, or Zadi. This is what Alan always wore around his neck. Of course, this is different than the one I have, but this is the way. So the way has to do with going either the right way or the wrong way. So this is a picture of a path, okay? And you're either going the path of the enemy or you're going the path of Yeshua, who is our Messiah. And this also has to do with hunting or chasing on the side of something. So like you're laying on your side, or you're ready to ambush, you're hiding in secret. And then it also has to do with righteousness, and those that seek the right path are seeking righteousness. Okay. And next one is Nun. Nun is the seed, and the seed has to do with perpetuation. Like, think of a tree, like I have here in the picture. Think of a tree. Well, that tree had to have a seed in the ground, and then it produced, just like all these flowers. They all started with the seed, and then they grew, they perpetuated out of the ground. This O also has to do with offspring. So if you look under a under a microscope, there we go, you will find that when a man and a woman come together and the sperm goes through and creates a baby, sperm looks like this too, which is really cool. And they didn't have, you know, little devices like we have today back then, so that just tells you something. Let's see, what else does Noon have to do with? Let me see here. It has to do with the good seed or the bad seed. So you're either, there's only two seeds. Seed of opposition, which is the enemy, Hashatan, Satan. Or you are the good seed, the good seed of our Messiah, Yeshua. And it has to do with life, Chai. And I already said perpetuation, so that's unstoppable motion, and then it has to do with offspring, which I already said. So let's go to the next one. All right, Beit. All right, so this one is a picture of a house, and Beit has to do with not just our physical bodies, our physical Beit, but also our spiritual, or our ruach Beit. It has to do with who we are dwelling with, or what we allow to dwell within ourselves. So think of your mind, okay? And our minds are very, very powerful. Okay, so they either accept good seeds into them, or they accept bad seeds into them. So when you accept seeds from the enemy into your Beit, your mind, then you are becoming echad, one with the enemy. So let's see what else. What else does Alan have on his cards here? Let me put that down. All right. And Bai is one of my favorites. Of course, I love all of yhwh's Otiot. They're all absolutely amazing. Oh, that's right. Where'd it go? I don't even know where Bai went. Well then, that's interesting. Maybe I just went through them too quickly. Give me just a second, guys. That is really strange. I don't even know where it is. Well, if I miss some things, you know, you guys will understand. I wonder where that pictograph went. This is what happens when you don't prepare ahead of time, or maybe you weren't supposed to prepare ahead of time. There is that too. So, well, okay then. We'll go ahead and go to the next one. And the next one is Mem. This is one of my first and favorite. I just found it. There it was. Okay. Step back, rewind. So, Beit. All right. I already said it was a house. This is Yeshua. I forgot that important point. I shouldn't forget that. When you forget about Yeshua, that's not a good thing. That means that when you forget about him, then what's happening is the enemy's coming in. So anyways, so it has to do with the house. It also has to do with family. Who are you surrounding yourself by? Family, the word there is mishpacha, just like I said at the beginning of this video, and it has to do with who are you around physically or spiritually that is of the true seed. Now you can be in the family of the enemy, but by their fruits you shall know them. So, okay, let me go back over here. So, we have Mem. Now, Mem has been something I really am thinking about lately. And like this picture, when I first originally did it, I didn't look at the connections between Mem just being water, and I'll get to the cards here and show you that one. So Mem is the number 40, and I didn't give you guys the numbers on all the other ones, but yeah, this is my first video, so Mem is one of my favorites. I think all of them are my favorites. But it's water. It's about washing us clean with the word. It has to do with blood or fluids in general. It has to do with questioning things. And it has to do with mightiness, like the oceans, like tsunamis coming in. And it also has to do with chaos. So, like, one thing that I really recognize when it comes to the word chaos is when you are not going the right way, Zadi. When you are not going the right way, taking the right path, there is chaos in your life. There is just obstacles and just things happening, and so there's chaos happening on the outside of you, but then you're feeling all that on the inside of you. So so with this one, I wanted to tell you guys a little more of the deeper meanings that Abba has been showing me. Mem also has to do with frequency and what frequency you are in tuned with. So like, I'm in my house right now and I'm surrounded by different frequencies of electricity. Okay, so there's, you know, there's different forms of hurt. They're called hertz, and they put off different mem. Is basically what I'm trying to say here. So mem, the mem frequency, there's an opposition to this, and of course there's a positive to this, just like there is with every Otiot pictograph. You have a negative image and a positive image. So this right here in this picture, obviously for me when I initially did it, represented the positive flow, the washing of Yeshua, and the washing that he is and was doing in me. And so the frequency of Yeshua and Yahweh take us over if we are yoked to them, or if we are in tune with the wrong frequency, then we are in tune with the enemy, and that can be through so many different sources. What movies are you watching? What shows are you watching? Are you watching a lot of the news? Are you listening to a lot of worldly music? What goes into our ears and our eyes becomes us. So what frequency are you in tune with? All right, and then we're gonna come to, we're almost to the end of all my pictures. So this is, I started drawing them on professional paper, and this is Zayn. So let's see if I can find Zayn in here. Of course, this is Tiffany's favorite, and the number 7 actually has always been my favorite number since I was, you know, just I don't know, like 10 or something, 10, 12 years old. But Zayn is for the number 7, and it is a plowing tool. Let me put this picture back up. So you can see in my picture here, we have the plowing tool in the midst of the, I guess that is a picture of a garden or piece of land. But anyways, it has to do with remembering Shabbat, the Sabbath. It's on the 7th day. It has to do with digging into Yahweh's word and being, you know, led by it. And it has to do with being fruitful. And then of course it has to do with being a spiritual man. And let's see, next one is Resh. Now this one I actually just finished. I didn't put it on my nice paper there. I'm not even sure why I did that, but let's see, can you guys see it? There we go. So here is Resh, and I finished this one actually today. I finished it today earlier. And Resh, this has a lot to say. I'm going to keep holding it up. So my picture Resh here, you can see my inspiration actually came from one of Tiffany's videos. I think it was in the Hidden Knowledge series. And so she had a picture that she had put on there with the tree, and then it was in the midst of a man's head. So obviously I kind of just took what I had seen on that picture and created my own image of this, I guess you can call it. But here, it works better over here. It's kind of big. Maybe I need to step back. There we go. That's better. So this says a whole lot, but Resh has to do with a man's head, okay? And it's the number 200. It has to do with our thoughts being first. It has to do with headship. So who is our headship, and who are our thoughts on? Okay, that goes back to the seed of Nun. Okay, what seeds we allow in our mind, see on this side, represents the good seed, the seed of Yeshua, allowing him to dwell within our minds. We're meditating upon him. Okay, we're producing good fruits. We've got good apples over here, and then we have, oops, sorry guys, we have the sun. Okay, we have the sun over here. He produces light into our lives, light that produces this good fruit. And then we have flowers down here, and he produces good fruit and flowers of his word of truth are established in our minds. Okay, and then you can see this side. Okay, this is the side of the opposition. Wait, let me go back down here. So underneath these flowers, we have the roots. Okay, and the roots, you can't tell the difference. Huh, I never noticed that until this video. Okay, thanks, Abba. Here are the roots right here. And the roots, you can't tell the difference between them until, wow, Melta, you can't tell the roots until they emerge, until they come out. It reminds me of the story of Yeshua and him talking about the wheat and the tares, or darnel. And we know from that story, guys, that, or from that account, I should say, that until the fruit has been produced and it grows up together, it's not until harvest time that you know the difference. Wow, that's awesome. So so on this side, I'm sure you guys have figured this out already because you guys are so smart. Or Abba has made you intelligent. This side we have clouds, we have a lightning storm and rain, and over here we have the roots, you know, the roots of the tree, and they're not producing any good fruit. They're producing the bad fruit. So by their fruits you shall know them. But here's Resh, okay, and then I actually started this one last night, and I'm not completed with it yet, so I'm giving you guys a little sneak peek. Okay, there is a really special, here, let me see, can you guys see that a little better? Okay, here is a sneak peek of Tao, or some people say Tao. And I guess I will share the story as to how I got the inspiration from this. I have a girlfriend, and she had a vision. And the vision spoke of Yeshua and yhwh taking a bow, and that bow, well, I'm not going to go into all the details, but Yeshua was holding the bow. And for those that know about the Otiot Pictograph Tau, it is the number 400, and it's cross sticks, okay, and it has to do with hitting the mark, to mark a location. Has to do with one's signature. So like back in the day, even hundreds of years ago, you know, more recent, people not everybody wrote, and so they would make their mark has to do with being a monument and a sign. So in this drawing here, I'll hold it up again. In this drawing here, you see a side image of what I pictured, maybe Messiah looking like, Yeshua, and he is holding that bow, and he is holding it, and what do you do when you hold a bow back? You release, and that arrow has to go straight to the mark. Did you like my sound effects? Yeah, I like to do sound effects. So this, to explain this picture even more, her vision was Yeshua said, "Why are you not laughing? Why are you not wanting to be intimate with me?" And or maybe not why do you not want to be intimate with me, but why aren't you being intimate with me? And then she said that there was a clay pot, and that pot started to crack, and Yahweh's name was written in it, and light shined through his name, and then he began to repair that pot. And gosh, guys, this when my girlfriend told me about this, I was just like, it was just amazing. It really was. So that's all I got for you guys. I don't know, like I said before, I don't know where Abba is taking this, but I wanted to share these with other people, and maybe at some point, if it's his desire and his will and not ours, for these to become digital prints, then you guys can print these off at home. You can get them on your own, plaques or whatever, and we'll just see. We'll see what Abba has in store. And I just want to thank everyone for watching this video, whoever does, and seek Abba in all that you do and everything that your hand touches. Establish your walk with him. Be guided by him, Zadi. Follow the path of righteousness and not the path that leads to destruction, for it is broad and wide. And there are many that find that path, but there are few that find the path of Yeshua, for he is the way. He is the door that we are to enter through. And without that door, we have no way to enter into Abba Yahweh. Okay, I love you guys. I have you guys. And till next time, whenever that is. Shalom, Havarim.